Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Fallout 4 No Guns. Last time, we did a little bit more work with the railroad and got ourselves a magic hat, a beautiful fedora with a ridiculous amount of damage resistance, so much it's effectively doubled my damage resistance outside of power armor. Seriously, it's incredibly powerful. I'm aware that the best thing you could do would be basically to wear one of the undersuits that you're allowed to wear that can be ballistic weaved. So there's a few of those, like dirty army fatigues, army uniform, I think the baseball outfit, whatever that's called, can all have that done to them. And some of those have some really good bonuses on them. Like I think baseball is like +1 strength, +1 agility, army uniform's like +2 agility, and you can ballistic weave those, so you could still wear like a thing on both arms, a thing on both legs, and you'd also gain a chest piece, and you gain a ridiculous amount of damage resistance, but you can't wear that with Grognak. I'm a little bit happier being a glass cannon from the benefits of Grognak, but yes, I'd probably go over to like an army fatigues, but with a huge amount of ballistic weave damage resistance on it if I had to. Anyway, today we've got another problem to deal with right away, which is, thank you to those of you who pointed out in the comments, I am indeed addicted to drugs. I kind of had completely missed that I picked up a psycho addiction back on Trinity Tower. Oops. And that's very bad, because that's actually strength -1, so I'm actually hurting my my damage output there. So obviously, I need to sort that out, which can be very easily taken care of with one of those refreshing beverages that I have picked up. Yes, there we are. But this is my last refreshing beverage. So, before we crack on, that means, and it also, by the way, it's a brilliant healing item. I mean, you can see that it heals much more quickly than a lot of other items. It also gets rid of rads. It's just a beautiful, beautiful item in general. But that was my last one, so I need to craft some more. And for that, we might go on a little bit of a crafting adventure. So you can see there that refreshing beverages is created out of antiseptic. Fine, you get that out of a lot of Abraxo. Abraxo is kind of the most common source of that. I believe there's 2 antiseptics in every Abraxo. Blood packs, potential limiting factor, purified water, radaway, and stimpack. Purified water, by the way, if you're ever a little bit short of that, typically if you've basically got water pumps in your settlement, they'll just generate purified water for you and put it in your kind of inventory. So if we go into the transfer here, you see there, I've just gained 7 purified waters out of nowhere. They've just been generated out of nothing. And they'll just kind of keep showing up, as well as 8 bottle caps for no well-explained reason. Alright, fine. So yeah, if you ever need extra purified water, just potentially just build some more water pumps. I think I'm just using 2 basic crappy water pumps. If I'd invested in like a proper industrial one down by the river, it would have actually been much, much better as well. So as a result, we can make ourselves a few refreshing beverages to keep us going. However, probably the limiting factor to my mind is radaway, because I always find I've got nowhere near as much radaway as I have stimpaks. So you might need to make some radaway as well. The limiting factor for radaway is often glowing fungus, which is not very common. In fact, I've not found a single, like, really, really good, like, reliable source of it anywhere in the Wasteland, with one very small exception. In fact, the best source I found in the entire Wasteland is right by Sanctuary Hills itself, underneath Red Rocket, the Mole Rat Cavern. So just on the outside, you've got 1 and 2 and 3 right there. Head in. Bear in mind, mole rats do regenerate, but here's another one right there. There's another one you can see on the left there. I just need to get potentially a go at that one. There's number 5. Here's number 6. Mole rats popping up, but they're still kind of basic ones, so this is not going to be difficult at all. Right, with them dead. That's number 7, 8, 9. More over there if you want to put the Radex on, but I don't want to waste Radex just to go over there where there's plenty more. 10, 14, 15... there's 16, another, yep, 17 if you go around the edge of the water. And I think that might be a lot, but I can also pick up some nice irradiated blood. I think that's free nuclear material. And an Abraxo cleaner, obviously. Excellent there. So, 17, and I may well have missed one, to be honest. Did I miss any? I think I might have got them all. Yeah, 17 flipping glowing mushrooms just inside the Mole Rat Caverns. Absolutely fantastic. It's also a good source of brain fungus, of course, which is not the most common thing in the world, and is also very, very useful in its own way, so you may as well kind of pick some up while you're here. All of this obviously regenerates over time. But yeah, the Mole Rat Caverns is spectacularly useful for those 2 not exactly common resources that just regularly reappear, as well as being very easy to get to, very close by to a fast travel location, and only guarded by mole rats, so relatively easy to take out. Brain fungus, you can see there, is used to create mentats, which is very, very good. Mentats, of course, a very useful starting point on building some very other good things. Orange Mentats, if you've just got a carrot and some asbestos, plus 5 perception, but more importantly, plus 10% VATS accuracy for 8 minutes can be very, very situationally useful, but not for me, obviously. Great Mentats, better prices and plus 5 charisma. And Berry Mentats, plus 5 intelligence, obviously very useful for boosting the amount of XP you might be picking up. But instead, we can focus on Radaway, which you can see there we can now craft very, very easily. Glowing fungus, plastic, purified water, and antiseptic. So we can make as many of those as we need. And that basically helps you craft more and more refreshing beverages, because Radaway, to my mind, is the limiting factor there. Stimpaks, by the way, are ridiculously easy to craft if you don't get around to crafting your own. Antiseptic, blood pack, and steel makes your own Stimpak. And I think I've seen a lot of people, when they've played this game, don't seem to make their own Stimpaks, which is very, very odd, because Stimpaks are really, really easy to make. That's such an incredibly easy thing to come across. Antiseptic we've already covered, Abraxos everywhere. Steel is probably the most common resource in the game, because you just can get like 1,000 of it from flipping Sanctuary Hills alone. And that only leaves blood packs. Now, that blood pack thing I actually want to pay attention to now, because there's something else I actually would like to test, a fun little experiment I've been meaning to do for a while. And would you believe, finding a good source of blood packs will lead me right to where that test is occurring anyway. First, I'm going to return to that lovely Fiddler's Green trailer estates that we have visited previously, the one with the ghouls in it that had the power armor as well. Now from here, and this is pretty easy to get to, you'll notice on your compass straight away a star, like a sheriff's office or a police station or something, and a medical facility, as well as a convenient road right here. So we can head straight off in this direction, and surprisingly early on, it's incredibly close by in fact, we will actually run into what we are looking for. And this here, some of you people may recognise this building, though potentially you're not used to coming at it from this angle. That there, literally seconds from where we started, is Fort... I still don't know whether that's Hagen or Hagen. I think I prefer Hagen as in Häagen-Dazs, which is a very lovely type of ice cream. Though I prefer Ben & Jerry's myself. So yes, that's Fort Hagen, right bloody there. And just down the road from it, we've got a Radstag Doe. We don't need to worry about that. I think I saw something up ahead of me. Bloodbug hatchling. Nothing much. This medical facility is in fact not a traditional hospital. It is a blood bank, which, would you believe, is an excellent source of blood packs. And blood packs are a really important crafting resource for pretty much every form of medical crafting there is. All the things in here are basically... There's a little lamp up there. I never even realised that was there. Excuse me. I really hope I've got a Molotov out right now. I think I do. No, I don't. I've got a grenade. But apparently throwing a grenade into something is good enough to knock it down. Excellent. What's really nice about this place is, yeah, as I say, every single one of the things guarding it is like a bug, which is... Oi. Excuse me. Oi, where on earth are you? Okay, Psychic Blast as usual. Yeah, everything guarding it's a bug, which means they're all very, very flimsy and easy to take out. With the well, okay, fine, that's lying. That's a locked door for now. We'll be able to open that in a second. But it's a very large number of relatively simple, squishy enemies, which is a really good thing, because that normally means there's an excellent chance of... What do you mean have a 0% chance to hit? I blatantly don't. It's right. It's here. I think it... Oh, that might have been technically on the floor above me, interestingly. Just for a second, I think it might have not quite fallen off the roof, so therefore it was 0% chance to hit, because... Blitz 1 doesn't let you go up vertical planes. Blitz 2 sometimes does, but I'm not certain whether that's actually a bug or not. It's a bit unclear as to whether that's actually supposed to happen. Ooh, pre-war money. Good old material. But yeah, as I say, basically large number of weak enemies primarily just means a high chance of getting legendaries that are weak enough to be able to be taken out very, very easily indeed. Ooh, a hunting rifle. That's not too bad at all. I love this building, by the way, because this building is a really interesting, like, experiment into, like, physical space and how to do it in a ruined environment, which is you kind of have to go around the outside of the building to find the broken walls and different ways up and down and all of that stuff. I think it's a really, really interesting bit of physical space. I love this blood bank. I actually think it might actually be one of my, my favourite locations in the entirety of Fallout 4. I think it's a really, really cool location. Head upstairs from the ruined bit at the back, and in a moment we'll be able to find our way. That's the roof up that way, so this is the first floor. You're up here, Bloodbug Hatchling. Ah, you see, legendary festering bloatfly right there. And now, thanks to sneak attack, we can take it out in a single hit, so we've got ourselves basically a free piece of legendary gear at basically 0 risk there. And that is of course it's a gun, a rapid automatic institute pistol. Rapid, 25% faster fire rate. That's not too bad. if you were to convert that into an automatic weapon. Personally, I don't really think automatic weapons are spectacular, but alright, yeah, 15% faster reload, 25% faster fire rate. I can see how that might be useful to some people, but I'll probably just sell that down the line. So, locked door up here behind a terminal, but that's fine. We will find a password down the line. If I recall correctly, there's nothing dangerous up on the roof other than a couple of guys who are very easy loot. Yep, lovely. I think this guy is also a guaranteed drop for a combat rifle, which arguably might be the earliest, easiest... might be the earliest, easiest combat rifle in the game. Because if from Sanctuary you just head straight south, if you pass by the Ranger Cabin and Wicked Shipping Fleet Lockup, both perfectly safe, then you swing your way up to Sunshine Tidings, pretty much bloody safe. Then just loop around the outside of the ration stockpile, because that's a raided camp. And you can make your way to Fiddler's Green Trailer Estates very, very easily. And then just skirt around the outside of it if you don't want to deal with the ghouls. And you're right to Fort Hagen and the Blood Bank. And I'm pretty sure this guy's a guaranteed combat rifle drop, which arguably could be... I think it might be the earliest in the game. And thus, potentially, could be worth coming out of your way to come and collect. Now, back to a discussion of physical space. The next thing you now need to do is intentionally fall through the floor into an area you can't otherwise access. So, fall down here, and we're now in an area we weren't in before, we weren't able to get to. And there's just a blood bug hatchling around the corner there. Just take that out nice and quick, lovely. So now that we've got our way down here, right by the floor, the blood clinic key. Grab that. And on this computer, which is just novice locked, simply go through the notes and it will tell you the password of the lab refrigerator, which is very, very convenient. So now that we've got that, we can crack open this door with the key, loop back round to the top. Which way is it? No, sorry, it's the other way. And with that password, open up here. And we have entered into the secured lab. So, 6 blood packs, blood pack, blood pack, blood pack. Beautiful. Apparently the blood hasn't, like, you know, gone off at all in the centuries or whatever, but lovely. More blood packs over here, more stim packs as well, mentats, surgical trays, precious aluminium, and maybe even more important, a Massachusetts surgical journal. Perfect. And that is, yep, another 2% limb damage. Oh, that looks good. Cryotechnology, indeed, something of great personal interest to me. And that, I believe, only leaves the downstairs, which seems to be, like, the most dangerous bit. There's more glowing fungus, by the way. This is another excellent area to pick up glowing fungus. Not as good, but still pretty good. That's a basic blowfly. Oh, I could teleport through to him. Darn it, can I? Am I allowed to? Yep, that there was a straight-up teleport. I literally teleported through that barricade, which you're not supposed to be able to do. Blood bug hatchling. I'm a bit worried, because I've seen, like, legendary festering bloatfly. But that's fine. You're just stuck in a wall. Hello, can I get over to... I can't... There we go, he's dead now. That was apparently the best he could do. Lovely. So that's another legendary. Ooh, this one could be better. Sentinel... Ooh, Sentinel gear. Sentinel synth left arm. And synth is not even a terrible bit of armor. 912 base is actually pretty good. Yeah, okay. Sentinel, nice. What have I got on left arm at the moment? I can't remember if it's any good. I've literally already got Sentinels on my left arm, but what's on the left arm at the moment is a polished metal left arm, which has a weight of 5.5, 15 to 9. This could actually be better once I've improved it, so I may have to improve that down the line, but I suspect I'll be able to swap that out for a lighter and what will ultimately be a better piece of armor. This room's really weird, by the way, because every time I've been through here, and that's like 3 or 4 playthroughs, every time I've seen a legendary spawn in this room. I don't know if it's fixed, because it depends which one. Like, I've seen legendary blood bugs. Are you alive? You're alive! Hello! Fine. No, apparently 0% chance to hit. Right. That was weird. They just didn't bloody see me. Interesting. Yeah, every time I've been in here, I've seen a legendary. Sometimes it's that guy who's a legendary. This time it was that guy that's a legendary. There just always seems to be a legendary in here. It's all very, very odd. Pick up that duct tape. Precious, precious duct tape. Ooh, fan. Precious fan. Excellent. And then through here, as well as some more brain fungus, which is always welcome. And yet another location that you can get a syringe rifle in. We've covered several of those already. Always pick up a microscope as well. And another blood clinic key, though I think that does exactly the same thing as the one we found upstairs. So this is arguably the less useful one. Push the button to open the door. And yet another flipping source of many blood packs. So another 6 blood packs. Blood pack there. Buff out there. Blood pack. Blood pack. Radaway 3 blood packs, nothing in that one, but 3 blood packs over here. Basically, enough blood packs to keep you going, plus a good trunk of just kind of generic good stuff. And not to be forgotten, this little chem stash at the bottom that's only novice locked contains 5 buff out, 4 jet, and 2 psycho. It's a weirdly large stash. I believe it's mentioned in a note that you can find somewhere, so definitely worth getting. And of course, more glowing fungus in here. So yeah, remarkably good room, worth kind of coming into. So yeah, loads of brilliant stuff around here actually. So with all of that done, we're now up to 44 blood packs, which basically means we've now got enough to be making Radaway and Stim packs for days and days and days. So let's look at this synth right arm, because synth stuff has a whole bunch of different upgrades we haven't really seen much of so far. So, laminated for improved damage and energy resistance. You can see that, like, its energy is better than its damage, typically. And that kind of stays that way. It will just kind of always be pretty much that way. And then resin for improved damage and energy resistance. Also requires very different sort of things. So it doesn't really require leather or anything. Instead, it starts requiring fiberglass and plastic. But it does require some very high levels of armor to be doing much in the way of good. Okay, I'm now going to go and catch up with Valentine, but I'm going to cut all that out. Obviously, we've seen that in the previous run. You know, it's pretty much going to be exactly the same. I'm going to describe the person I saw in the vault. He's going to identify it as Kellogg. We're going to go and see Kellogg's house, and we're going to go and pick up a scent that will help us track down Kellogg, and thus we'll need Dogmeat. Oh, that's something I didn't know. If you don't have Dogmeat with you and you don't bother to go and fetch him and you just miss Nick Valentine, Dogmeat just teleports out here. Because with his psychic powers, he sort of knew he was required. Alright, fine. Good. Here's what I was kind of curious about what would happen, which is I'm now following Dogmeat, getting a clue is completed, and we're moving on to following Dogmeat. The thing is, if you go straight to Fort Hagen, which I kind of passed obviously earlier this episode, if you go inside, you can't make much progress because the door's just boarded up, which stops you, unlike say in Fallout 3, where there's nothing to stop you skipping straight to Tranquility Lane if you know where it is. If you just go and find it on the map and you can get there, you're allowed to skip straight to that part of the map and just completely sequence break the game. Fallout 4 doesn't let you do that. If you try and go to Fort Hagen early, then it's just boarded up, and I guess you could just glitch your way in somehow. You'd probably be able to find a way to glitch yourself through. But actually, Blitz level 2 would probably not be a terrible way of doing that, to be honest. Or you can just kind of find something to push yourself through the door, like I've shown previously with the bookcase and the elevator in the case of dealing with the railroad and with Deacon. Or sometimes if you get out of power armor, stepping out of power armor backwards into something can push you to the other side of it too, but that's a bit fiddly to pull off as well. However, I now want to test something, which is I've triggered this event with the dog. Now, if I fast travel straight to there because I know where I'm ultimately going, does the dog automatically catch up to me, or does he just hang outside the city and is it still locked up? I kind of wanted to check this because I have no idea. So, into Fort Hagen, obviously you enter via the parking lot because the main door is locked up, and just slowly make your way down. If I recall correctly, there's a little kind of encampment here, but I think everyone might be dead in it by default because like we're supposed to assume like the synths killed everyone. Once again, another good source of glowing fungus right here. Not a bad one anyway. In fact, actually, between here and the blood bank that's just next door, this isn't even a bad place to pick up glowing fungus, though nowhere near as good as the... Ooh, Daddy-O. Excellent, like some Daddy-O. That's actually a relatively rare drug. Intelligence 3, Perception 3, Charisma -2. Yeah, you don't see too much of that dotted around, actually. It's a nice thing to have. Aha! Perfect. So I fast travelled back here, and then I just slept here to pass time, and Dogmeat has indeed automatically caught up with me at Fort Hagen, which means I've basically been able to skip the entirety of actually following him, which you might consider to be a bad thing. I mean, to be honest, the route he takes you is relatively safe, and you know, you run into lots of low-level enemies like mole rats, so arguably, therefore, you might actually want to go on it because it's actually a decent source of potentially legendaries and potentially legendary gear. But yeah, okay. If you want to, because honestly, it's a bit of a boring journey. It's basically just wandering across the Commonwealth. Pretty boring stuff. So if you just find Fort Hagen early, start this quest, fast travel here, and then wait for a few hours, Dogmeat will catch up with you, and you can skip the journey itself. Nice. And now once you've checked in with Dogmeat, Dogmeat is available to be my companion. I'm not sure I want to be my companion. I'm kind of happier without. Dogmeat, let's have a chat. Okay, I've dismissed Dogmeat and sent him back to Sanctuary Hills, and that means we can crack on with this with no companions. Even more bloody glowing fungus. It really is everywhere around here. And obviously the door we want is down here. Beautiful. Question I'd really loved answered, by the way, because I'm really not sure here. Synths. In terms of their bonus damage, what are they actually counted as? Are they counted as machines? So in other words, would General Chow's Revenge work really, really well against them because it gets bonus damage versus robots? And is there a difference between Gen 1, kind of 2 and 3 synths? Obviously a Gen 3 synth, an actual Corsair, I would guess for the sake of bonus damage that's just counted as a human, but as a Gen 1 synth where it clearly looks much more like a robot, does that count as a robot for the purposes of bonus damage? I honestly am not sure what the game classifies them as, so if you happen to know that for certain, I'd be very interested in hearing that. Anyway, terminal over here. And this is, of course, just a standard Protectron activation thingy. Law enforcement, get him out, and then go hide here. Oh, I'm already under attack. Lovely. Luckily, there's going to be a Protectron helping me out in a second. Protectron, would you mind? Oi, you, go away. Okay, so basic synths are going to go down in 2 swings. Oh, I just knocked your body off your body. Lovely. And then, oh, you are... not kidding, are you? Strider. Oh, even Strider's going to go down to 2 hits. Fine, that's pretty simple. Danger, more coming in. You know what? I don't want to be rushed by them, so I'm going to back off for a second and they will lose me very, very quickly. Nolly's does that kind of... the robot will distract them. So just loop around here. The robot's moving on his way. These are a good source of fusion cells, but generally I won't be bothering much with them. That is Strider. I might even get a sneak attack on him. Yeah, that's a sneak attack 4.6, because, yeah, that bug with the calculations still hasn't been well calculated. But 4.6 with this thing is still bloody powerful, and I'm not really anticipating that I'm going to be in a huge amount of... oh, that's danger. There's definitely a legendary around here. That's chained. Where is the... The person I'm in danger from might well be, yes, through that door, which I can't actually open at the moment, so I may just need to avoid that for the minute. Ah, and we've got our first bits of, well, I think actually the first bits of the game I've encountered of sturdy gear, which is kind of like the second gear. Like, there's Raider right arms, then as like the first gear. Then it goes up to sturdy, and then I believe the third and final stage is heavy. So this, I believe, is actually the first time I've seen actual, yeah, kind of sturdy stuff. And sturdy stuff can, of course, be upgraded. And you can see, like, the base is a bit better. Like, I think normal Raider gear is, like, 2 and 2 or 3 and 3 or something. So this is its base is 6 and 6. But because it doesn't give me any bonus, I'm going to leave it for now. But if I can find some, like, sturdy legendary stuff, that'd be magnificent. But, yeah, I think for the moment, yeah, okay, they're going to get bored of me pretty quickly. Let's get some healing going on here. Don't want to head upstairs just yet. Don't know where the robot is. Is the robot just not, in this case, decided he can't be bothered to help out? Is the robot literally doing nothing? It looks like the robot's not doing anything. No, not you. Oh, apparently I could hit you. Fine, let's go for it. That might be... No, it's not a sneak. You're dead. And then... Where's the next one? I swear he was around here. So, oh, hello. A legend... Oh, you're the legendary. Fine. How are we going to do against you? And then hit him with the critical. There you are, nice and dead. Legendary goes down. Yeah, the Strider doesn't seem to actually be taking exactly the same amount of damage as I'd expect from a just from a normal, which is very odd. Still in danger. Yeah, there's a lot of them in this area, by the way. Nocturnal pipe pistol, obviously, that's really useless. Actually, it's not that bad. It's just like, it is probably one of the weaker ones. Plus, it's on a pipe weapon, which is pretty flimsy, all things considered. That is the robot over there. Again, I can just pick up loads of ammo. I'll probably, by the end of this, I'll probably have, like, you know, 200, 300 caps worth of ammo, which is useful. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but on this occasion, the Protectron has basically decided not to fight any of the synths, which I'm sure he did the last time I was here, but never mind. I think there's not many left around here now. It's going to be, I swear there's might be like a turret around here. Yeah, that's a hostile turret. I think if I cause any trouble with that, you turn against me, actually. Yeah, because I think you are aligned with each other, aren't you? Then just wait for you to be around there, and then we'll be able to take you out. Yeah, sorry, my good man. But you were going to turn on me the moment I took out this turret around the corner here. And we've got this. Am I close enough to swing in at it? Let's find out. Yes, yes I am. Perfect. Blitz. Blitz is wonderful. And apparently, does that hurt you at all? I think that might have hurt a very, very tiny amount. But VATS gave me a little bit of protection. But generally, yeah, the explosions from taking out turrets at point blank range, they look like they should hurt, but they don't hurt that much. Hello, one Strider right there. Nice, he goes down super quick. And then we've got, what have we got around the corner here? I swear we've got one more. We've got the leader, if nothing else. That's a frag mine. That's the leader. Okay, we don't want to rush him, because, you know, leader and all of that stuff. Here we go. Grenade. Oh, no, that wasn't a grenade. That was a Molotov, apparently. Sneak attack Molotov, in fact. And I believe he's actually got a burning weapon by default. Now, where are you? Where are you? You going to bother? No, he doesn't know where I am. Oh, he will do in a sec. Now he knows. Right, hello, synth leader. We don't have a critical, but here he's going to go down. Yeah, 4 or 5 strikes. And then, oh, what the? Oi, oi. Why did that not work? Hang on, I swear I selected more hits than that. There you go. Now he's dead. Yeah, I think he's got, by default, he actually has a birdie weapon, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. He does indeed have that for the Institute rifle. And yeah, we've got some lightweight laminated synth chest pieces. Some pretty decent stuff, all things considered, but none of it's legendary, so none of it's as good as what I have. There's one laser turret over there. I don't know if that's actually hostile or not. Okay, as I don't have advanced hacking to just open up that terminal and shut that thing down, that's going to be a little bit on the complicated side. Is that good enough? No, that's rubbish. I'm just continually setting myself on fire. Okay, that got him at least. Actually, that knocked him off. Is he dead? Yeah, okay. Just a single tap seemed to actually knock him off the top there. That was interesting. I would have thought that wouldn't do enough damage, but it's done. It does seem to have done enough, so that's good. Excellent. A single Molotov tapping a laser turret, and it seems to just... Well, it seems to still... It looks like it's still functional. It's just like I just kind of tapped it off its mounting. Now it's just sitting on the floor. Lovely. Now, if I recall correctly, there's actually nothing much that's good that's actually upstairs, but I'll go and double check in case I'm forgetting something, because I think it's just like a basic synth, so it's nothing like too major or anything. You're going to go down in 1 hit, fine, and then, oh, you're going to go down in like 2, because you're a basic. Okay, and then next, you're just another basic synth, so you'll go down in another 2. I think there's only one more up here, and I haven't heard any chatter from a legendary. Well, back to hidden. That was probably it, actually. Oh, yeah, there were 3 up here, but one of them was the turret, which I kind of want to get, because I want to get lots of biometric stuff. I would basically want to be stacking up on some crafting materials, because we've got some crafting coming up a little bit later. Yes, of course, a copy of Guns and Bullets. Literally useless to me, but never mind. Ballistic weapons, 5% critical damage. Beautiful. So, with that done, we can take the elevator that's at the end of the area where there was the synth leader. Go along here, we can see there's a synth at the end, and we can also, if we want to, activate the chain, and that opens up the shortcut back to the beginning. This area's a little bit on the annoying side, to be honest, because you can kind of see there is the small issue of there are turrets at the end, it's long hallways, doesn't really suit my character. I think you can sort of work around it, which is if you go nice and slowly, just, yeah, there we are, nice and caution, and then we'll just kind of lure you round here. Come on, camera. Camera, what are we doing? Can we see around what's going around there? You are... Where are you? Where are you? I think we can... excuse me. And then... Oh, yeah, you're even more on fire. Since actually, you know, I don't really want to teleport into the fire. I think I'm happier without. Let's just go over here, take you out, let that synth take a bit more damage. 2 hits to take out you, and then you're following me and you're on fire. It's like the end of bloody Terminator 1. And then ow! Oh flip, more synth striders. But synth striders, yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why they're taking the same amount of hits to go down as a normal synth. They really don't feel like a step up at all. But as I've said before, synth in this game in general, to me, feel really flimsy. I really think they're genuinely very, very flimsy indeed. The game's also pretty generous to you here. Hands over a couple of free pulse grenades just before you head into taking on Gen 1 synths. Now that makes me think that synths should be robots. Because if synths were robots, then pulse grenades would affect them. And pulse grenades do affect Gen 1 synths. I'm not sure if they affect Gen 3 synths at all. I should do some experimenting into that. But if that's the case, then I should go over to General Chow's Revenge and see how that fares against a couple of just basic Gen 1 synths, just to see if it looks like it's doing more damage than... Yeah, because if it looks like it's doing more damage than the Rockville Slugger, oh no, it is having a bonus impact. That'll be an interesting test. Uh-oh. Well, you're a robot, right? You must be a robot. Yes, fine. Okay, we got ourselves some synth striders floating around. If they want to come and investigate. Molotov right into there to start him off, and then round the corner. Let's see how this does. Now that feels, if that killed a Strider in one hit that wasn't a sneak attack, like that's getting bonus damage. That feels good to me. Okay, that's interesting. I think actually, yeah, against a legendary synth Strider. Yeah, but you're a legendary. You don't really count, do you? So we've got a legendary down there, who's just around that corner. And we've got, if we could actually just close the gap with him. Nice and quick. That, by the way, is the room he's in, by the way. I missed this the first time I was coming through. So this here is the room where Kellogg either already is or is going to be. You are, okay, 95%. Ooh, Patroller. Okay, but I'm going to get a sneak attack on you, so it's fine. So, dead in one hit. Beautiful. 5.6 chance on the sneak. And then, oh, and then you are the legendary. But you're actually weaker than the patrol. Oh, yes. Nice. Killed a legendary in one hit because that was still a sneak. 5.6 with probably with another 50% bonus damage on top. Of course it is a gun. That's not bad. Crippling I quite like. Big Jim, I think I underestimated when I first picked it up. I'll pick this up because legendary seem to just, if nothing else, they sell for pretty good money. So that's good. Oh, am I down to... Am I overweight already? Really? Okay, I've just cleared out some less useful scrap there. But yeah, we are pushing the bounds of what I'm allowed to carry. Oh, flip. That's a lace turret. That's kind of a problem. Can I get a thing on you nice and easy? And... There. There you see, it seems to be a one-hit kill. Just because just hitting them with the physical impact seems to knock them down. It's kind of cool. I've run into an odd one here. These synths seem to be incapable of coming up this corridor. If I just run across here, sure they'll fire again. But they don't seem to actually capable of coming up any further. Which is kind of odd. Alright, grenade it is then. Grenade! Took care of you very nicely, lovely. There we go. A quick Molotov. I'm not sure why that is. I don't think they take... These things, like, generally should be sturdy enough to stand up to a Molotov. So, for some reason, just the physical impact seems to be enough to kill them. Which is really weird to me. Obviously, don't forget that there is indeed the armory password in this box over here. Worth coming to grab while you're kind of just heading through. Now, I think for some reason, going into the kitchen triggers a whole bunch of them attacking you. I seem to recall that. Ah, actually, I think it might have just happened by itself there. And then another 3 for you. So 1, and then... Yeah, I genuinely believe that it looks to me like Gen 1 synths are indeed counted as robots. For the sake of calculating bonus damage. Because I swear, like, a Strider, I was taking out... It was basically like a single hit with the Rockville Slugger was doing like... yeah, it was doing like 50% of their health. Whereas this thing, which is weaker but has the Troubleshooter perk on it, General Chow's Revenge, seems to be doing much, much more damage. So I'm thinking, yeah, Gen 1s are counted as robots, but I'm guessing Gen 3s are not. But if anyone can confirm that for me, that would be much appreciated. And of course, do not forget, Energy Weapons Bobblehead, another bloody useless one for me, but never mind, eh? Oh, Synth Patroller over there. Let's take out that one as the priority. 5.6 takes out a Patroller in one hit beautifully. And that leaves me plenty of spare to knacker you with... Ooh. You took 2 hits. We may just be kind of seeing some kind of slight quirks with... just with the way that damage is calculated or the level of the enemies or anything. Because that synth took 2 hits from this gun to take out, which is very odd. Anyway, we've leveled up, which I definitely want to take advantage of immediately. Because this area is... Well, it's not difficult, but... It's more difficult than some areas are. Let's have a look, see what we've got here at level 22. Here's one I've been waiting for, in fact. Demolition Expert rank 3 is available. Perfect. So, this is now up from 50% more damage to 75% more damage. And also, a nice extra bonus, affects a larger area. So, the blast radius of all of my explosives goes up. Now, that is very worth having. Beautiful. Oh, this is interesting. A laser turret I can actually... get with my flipping melee. I thought it would be always a 0% chance to hit, but it appears not. Interesting. Also, wait, did that door just open by itself? Yeah, even more odd. I think I just I teleported into this room to take out that turret. That's all very odd. Anyway, we've now got the password, so we can get ourselves straight in the armory. Honestly, not going to be much in there that we're actually even allowed to use, but I think there will hopefully be, like, a few grenades or something, which would be nice. Oh yeah, there's some medical stuff in here as well. 2 bobby pin boxes, that's great. I mean, the big thing it gives you is beyond the security gate, there is a fat man. So if you're worried about Kellogg in the slightest, like even on the high difficulties, if you just stand back from where he is and just blast him with the fat man, you'll be able to, well, it will probably take out both of the guys that are standing around him and should do a very big amount of damage to him. I'm not sure if, are you allowed to get a sneak attack critical? Yeah, see, no reason why you weren't allowed to get a sneak attack critical with a fat man. I know you're allowed to just get a normal critical with a fat man. I mean, that was shown off just in the flipping, in the very original E3 trailer, if you recall, using a critical with the fat man against a basic raider, which looking back may have been overkill there, Bethesda, but never mind. But obviously we don't need that. A fat man, I count it as a gun, because it's got a trigger and you point it, and you pull the trigger and it fires a projectile and it makes things in that direction die. I think it's kind of like, it's close enough. Now, hang on. What just caused that alert? Is it, yeah, laser turret up there, fine. Let's just go around here. I think there might be a stealth magazine in here, if I recall correctly. Yes, here we are, right by the bed. It's a covert op, so permanently more difficult to detect while sneaking. Beautiful. And just one more room.
Okay, you made it. I'm just up ahead. My synths are standing down. Let's talk.
One of the most deceptive lines in all of Fallout 4, because he gives the really strong impression that if you've got, like, high enough charisma or whatever, you'd be able to, like, you know, talk your way out of this problem. But no, you can't. No matter how it goes, no matter what perks you've taken, anything, it ends in violence. Nice. Though, the nice thing, by the way, that does give you is because his synths are now neutral and not enemies, no matter what happens, you are allowed to sleep in this bed here. That's because there's technically no enemies nearby anymore. So yeah, you can just kind of sleep in this bed if you want to kind of, you know, get the well-rested bonus or whatever. So you may as well, really. Now, here's where we get a little bit on the tricksy side.
Most resilient woman in the Commonwealth.
So, as he says, his synths are there, they're armed, but everyone's neutral. No one's actually attacking you, and there's nothing to stop you looting the room ahead of time, which is obviously a very, very useful thing to do. Including, you might actually, by the way, find some good stuff in here. This trunk tends to have some good stuff in it, so yeah, like pocketed reinforced combat armor chest piece. Arguably, that might be better than whatever you're wearing, though for me, I'd rather have, obviously, I'd rather have Grognak. So once you're done looting as much as you want, obviously you can begin speaking to him at any time you want. So he wants to talk, and then you can just kind of say, yeah, give me my son, whatever.
You murdering, kidnapping psychopath. Give me my son. Give me Sean, now!
Right to it then, huh?
The drama and demands of the situation are slightly undermined by the fact that I'm wearing Grognak's costume and an armoured fedora. But of course, as is common in any conversation in this game, you can basically just, yeah, pull back on the analog stick or just start moving to move away from him. And when that's done, well, obviously, as we know this is going to end in violence, there's nothing to stop you just quietly setting up the battlefield to your advantage. Now, the other interesting thing is the game has no problem with you basically laying out mines on this battlefield ahead of time, but you've got to vaguely kind of have an understanding for where enemies are likely to go. So, for example, if we lay a mine right here, then there's a very good chance that that guy will step backwards and trigger it at some point. And bear in mind, I'm looking at some very powerful mines at the moment. Now, Kellogg, definitely when the fight begins, if I'm speaking to him from that side, he will activate the stealth boy and try and move backwards, which means he's pretty much got to pass over, or very close by to, right here.
Let's hear it.
So there's now a mine right here for Kellogg. This guy right here is a little bit more unpredictable. There's a chance he'll rush you, so we probably don't need to worry about him. Because again, the game also doesn't mind you just going into that. So we can check that you're a Strider. Fine, we know you'll go down in 2 hits. You're a Strider, you'll go down in 2 hits, so that's not a problem in the slightest. Instead, I'd say we just double down on this area. Because Kellogg is the only one who's in any way dangerous. You can see that actually he's not even that dangerous. Look how quickly he'll go down. That's not even that bad. However, these are bottle cap mines. I've been building and saving these up specially. But let's just give him 3 mines right here. So when he steps back, these will all detonate. That guy will probably go down. Everyone else will probably be fine. But let's just check how this goes. Because obviously I can relay if it kind of goes horribly wrong. But I suspect this will go absolutely fine.
But I think we've been talking long enough. We both know how this has to end. So, you ready?
Yeah, I've laid some nice mines behind you there, but I'm going to be sarcastic about it anyway.
In 100 years, when I finally die, I only hope I go to hell so I can kill you all over again, you piece of shit.
Good line. Now, while he's doing that, we go over here. Take out this guy. And then, hopefully, yep, he's going to go down. And then we're just going to back out the room for a second. And then, oh dear, I think Kellogg may have just exploded. Would you believe Kellogg just died without me even really paying any attention to him? He decided to walk backwards and straight into 3 bottle cap mines. And I think the explosion radius was actually big enough to take out his friend too, because of level 3 demolitions expert. Beautiful. That is not exactly a safe way to take out Kellogg, because obviously you will be shot a few times in the back while you're trying to leave the room to kind of get clear. But it is a relatively nice way of getting Kellogg out of the way, because he will basically... Kellogg can be quite tough. So yeah, just kind of dropping a load of mines behind him and then working with the assumption that he will pretty much always move backwards into them. Excellent way of killing him. We'll take your brain augmented too, because why not?
You were barely human.
Oh, don't say that to Harkness in Fallout 3. He'd be very upset. Anyway, with his password, we can go into his lovely Clean Institute fishbowl terminal and get some of the information that we need. So, there we are. Boy, Sean successfully delivered back to the Institute. Payment received. Of course, he already told us that in the conversation, so don't really know why we actually need that, but apparently we do. And head straight back up again because the emergency elevator is now open to us. And now we can step outside and enjoy a truly spectacular climax. In terms of like the actual level that concludes the first act of the game, obviously I would argue that Tranquility Lane is more spectacular and iconic than just, you know, exploring Fort Hagen. But as the way that the second act is introduced and begun, I would say this is the best introduction to a second act. Better than anything in Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. When we step outside and see what's coming next, it's truly beautiful with the arrival of some new friends. Don't forget to deactivate all the turrets on the roof first, by the way. Open up the door and...
People of the Commonwealth, do not interfere. Our intentions are peaceful. We are the Brotherhood of Steel.
That is pretty bloody spectacular. And, oh, interestingly, Shadow of Steel didn't trigger then. You see, I was kind of doing an experiment here, which is, you may have noticed, I just fell off the building. I did a very intentional experiment here, which is, I wanted to check what happens if you never make any contact with any member of the Brotherhood of Steel, and then kind of come out of here. What happens? Like, how exactly the game, as a lore reason, manages to get you to the attention of the Brotherhood of Steel and get you aboard the airship to kind of carry on with the game. Because the game kind of wants you to now head up and join the Brotherhood of Steel, but of course it kind of has to come up with a way of contriving that, because I've made no attention to make contact with Dance or anything. So, that I think we will be picking up next time. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, as the massive Brotherhood airship kind of heads on its way. Presumably it is heading in the right direction. Hang on, if it's facing, yeah, if it's going that way and I'm facing in the right direction, then it would be about here heading in this direction. Yes, it would be broadly heading in the right direction to go and join up with Boston Airport. So it does indeed start in the right place and head in the right direction. That's very cool. That's a nice attention to detail there. But as we watch it retreat into the distance and a very, very beautiful little red sky there, some beautiful red clouds, I think we'll call it apart there and pick things up next time as I do a little bit of business, kind of wrapping up the loose ends related to reunions. Oh, Corvega over there looks quite beautiful. That looks beautiful against the red horizon there as well. That's gorgeous. It's the end of the day. We're facing west. That is a beautiful dusk on the horizon. This game is gorgeous sometimes. Just absolutely beautiful. Oh, love it. Yes, we will pick up some stuff next time, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And that has been Reunions and the end of the first act of Fallout 4 in No Guns. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Here, have a hat. Oh, you don't have a head. I'm sorry, that was really insensitive of me. Oh, I don't want to interface with whatever this is, but alright. Oh god, he's running Windows 8. No bloody wonder it's all gone tits up. Fire extinguisher, if it's a choice between you and me, I'm afraid I'm sacrificing you, just FYI.